Hey buddy, it's Victor. It's time to another Need Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Wednesday, Mosh Pit. Hope you all had a great start to your midweek here. Again, still waiting for the like streak to count on this week with the new batch of videos coming out. I should be caught up probably by tomorrow, I'm guessing, so we'll take a look at it. Also, I want to talk about a couple things as well, but first off, here's your meme of the day, brought to you by Additional String 602. How thread was, Invicta asked for more memes, and this came to mind. I'm tired, boss. Prestigious Turn 268, and that's played by Michael Clark Duncan. Then in the thread, they said, Prestigious Turn probably has been one of the most prominent meme creators I've seen featured in the YouTube videos. So I think it's just funny that Invicta asked for more memes today. It is true. We are in a little bit of a meme drought lately. And Prestigious Turn, you know, he's a busy guy. He can't be making memes for the Mosh Pit all the time. So definitely need to pick up there. Oh, boy. Well, it's Glitch Crown, Curse the Blind. That's all you pretty much need to know. X-Ray Quebec, 6 Juliet, 3 Mike Lima, November. We got good tiers, but bad damage. Glitch Crown is it's good, but not on Curse the Blind. Curse the Blind basically just ruins our first floor. And the reason why it's such a gamble. The reason why it's such a gamble with Glitch Crown is just because obviously we have no clue what it's flipping through, especially when you're talking about the secret room or the super secret room. You just don't know. I mean, even in the item room, you still don't have any clue as to what you're actually rolling with. So with 1 HP, this is going to be a little iffy. We get hit by one of these bombs and it's just over. So we got to lock in real quick here, but obviously November has been rearing its ugly head again with yesterday's run. You know, I complained, but it was at least a unique experience, right? Towards the end, I was getting pretty tired of it. Not because I wasn't having fun, but just because it was just kind of old after a while. You know, I want to do something instead of just sitting here doing nothing. Otherwise, I'd be playing Mega Bonk. So we get marbles to start with, and okay, we get Your Soul, which is going to give us a free Devil Deal item. And unlike us playing as the Lost, it doesn't count. I mean, it does count, but I knew it was there. It does not. It doesn't count as just one and done, unlike the Lost. Whereas the Lost, he can only take one item, period, and that's it. The other ones disappear. Not Your Soul. So, and I'm very happy that we went and hit this room, obviously, with 3 soul hearts sitting back. And we even get ourselves a sticky nickel, which I was honestly just looking for the shop. Not because I'm going to buy anything in there, but I just wanted a soul heart. But now we don't have to worry about it. Now we just head on down. We can head on down. Nope. We got on last week's comment of the episode. It's not really a question, but a happy birthday to Dylan Davidson, 722. I'm surprised I didn't actually put a happy birthday on that, but Dylan said, hey, Sin, just wanted to say hi. It's my birthday today, with a bunch of the celebration, explosion, party popper emojis. And I just wanted to say thanks for making something for all of us to look forward to every day at the exact same time in the same place, supposedly. I don't know what the supposedly means, but thank you. No, happy birthday, Dylan. I hope it was a good one. Even though it was like 5 days ago still, or not 5 days ago, 7 days ago. I know my days of the week. And yeah, it's, you know, the consistency of the series. We've talked about it. We even talked about it yesterday. Is one of the highlights. And I pride myself on knowing that I'm holding to I'm basically holding to a schedule each and every day. Sissy! You know, we got to have little Sissy. She's been found. She has arrived. Dun, 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 dun. Sissy, it's been too long, girl. How you been? We've missed you. Sissy! But that's always been a pretty big staple of this series is that, you know, it's dependable content and it means a lot to people. And I'm not going to go into that whole spiel again. Not that it's not important, but we just got done talking about it. And, you know, this is a run where I'm not going to necessarily be able to, it's not monologuing time yet. But there are some things that I definitely want to talk about, particularly with the like streak and, you know, a couple people freaking out about numbers and, you know, how we're not making like streaks, that sort of thing. And you got to remember that there's a lot of factors going into stuff. I never ever obsess about numbers. I never ever obsess about view counts, anything like that. Really, the only one that is a clear sign of there's something wrong is the engagement, which, you know, that's the magic word of the year is engagement. And because everyone and their mother has a YouTube channel now, at least they try to anyway, they all think they know what engagement is. And they're at least aware of how it affects stuff. So it's not like the olden days where basically it was sort of a hidden, well, not really hidden, but it was just kind of I don't want to say secret. It was just kind of unknown to people. I do want card reading, but I'll take the treasure map as well. Card reading is good enough for me. At least it's going to save us, hopefully save us in the later stages where we can go straight to the boss. I'm actually shocked that the secret room is here. I would have bet the whole house on it being to the north of the vault. Yeah, I would have lost that. I would have lost that entire bet. But, you know, and people are understandably concerned in that regard. You know, I still look at it as I just need to work harder. There's still lots of room for improvement, I feel like, in my mind, and that's why, you know, playing Isaac and just doing what we've been doing is always so fresh to me, because even though it's the same game, right? It's the same thing we've been doing for the last 14, 13, 12 million years now. It still always holds unique challenges, and if it's not in the game that's challenging to us, then it's the way that the series behaves on YouTube, and looking and analyzing how people are feeling about it and that sort of thing. So, one of the things that people are bringing up a lot more lately, and I'm not sure why, is this concept that the streak, which, by the way, has not been a true Eden streak for a very long time, is holding the channel back. And while I understand why some people would see it that way, to me that's it's a little bit more of a surface level observation. People feel that, you know, and this is by people, I do mean multiple people, not just one person leaving a comment in the comment section. And they, you know, they're like, you know, you worry about the streak too much. It stunts your play style and blah 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 blah. And while, again, I understand where that sentiment is coming from, it doesn't really apply to me, because I have fun winning the game, and I have fun playing my style. I guess we're gonna try to go D-Bizzle here. Come on down, D-Bizzle. At least it didn't cost any hearts, so. I think the low-hanging fruit of this example. No. The low-hanging fruit would be thinking that it's a negative for us to have such a thing be the focus of the channel, which I've gone on record and will continue to go on record saying that I've never cared about a win streak, never cared about any records, never cared about proving myself to anybody here on YouTube. I just like playing Isaac. I like playing Eden. It's the best to me. It's the best challenge in the game, and finding a good way to win was a lot of years in the making. But it works. You know, I enjoy playing like this. There's not really there's not really too much to it. You know, you just play super conservatively and be careful with gambles. We've seen how badly it can burn a run before. So while I respect the opinion of that this win streak is the only thing that matters, and you know, and there's a lot more people that are obsessed about it than I do. I still am not just gonna straight up just retire the save file or anything like that. I know that a lot of people really want to see a reset save file, and that's something that I may do if and when we eventually lose. But it's just, for me, I look forward to playing and recording Isaac, and I love playing it on stream. It's the perfect stream game. It's the perfect game, really, to build a series off of, to feature, and to have people who are fans of the game sort of collect or congregate around it. It's just the perfect streaming, perfect gaming experience. It's so well rounded in the world of one trick ponies, of roguelites and stuff. So I think that you know, eventually we will do a save file reset. But one thing that's been sort of talked about lately was the idea of just simply saying, you know what, I really have nothing to prove as an Isaac player. I have nothing to prove as far as streaks are concerned or anything like that. Just retire the save file and start a new one. That does not sound fun or satisfying to me. I would rather not do that. But you know, if it came down to a majority of people feeling the same way, I would definitely strongly consider it. Okay, I need to. We're screwing up these Witch Crowns. We just need one more penny because I really want to get champion, but we need more damage. So that's all I really wanted to say about that for now. I don't know why it's been coming up in the comments. A couple people have been pretty rude about it, and they've been since dealt with. But a majority of the people who bring that kind of stuff up, you know, are actually they're actually trying to be helpful, and I appreciate that. I really do. There's a certain way to convey a point across without being, you know, a jerk about stuff. And for me, it's more of a matter. Ooh, man. I want Terra real bad here. There we go. Terra's going to be great for us. It sort of serves a dual purpose. It's Terra is secretly a dual item. It counts as, in my opinion, it counts as just as much as Mercurius as it does as a damage upgrade. Because you can just blast your way through a couple of doors, and you know, then you're at the boss. So we still need pennies though. We need 1 cent. So we had bombs there. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to not go through this big room. Now, that being said, we have to be careful with Terra because of the bad gas. Although if we get lucky enough and we're accurate enough, we could trigger that. There we go. There you go. I wanted to hear you saw me take a little bit of a northern turn there just for a split second. That was deliberate to have the Globins run right into Sissy, who just charmed him. As she always does, because, you know, Sissy. She's always on our side. Even when the world's not on our side, Sissy's still on our side. Yeah, most people who try who do stuff like that are their thoughts and ideas are in the right spot. They just want to see their favorite YouTuber continue to do what he's doing, and you I promise you don't have to worry about that. if we were getting 0 views on stuff, I'd still be doing it just because not only what I just enjoy doing, it's also just something I can't live my life around not playing Isaac. And that's just the facts. Game really wants me to take a golden pill. All right, we lollygag too much here. I'm gonna go back and take champion belt. There we go. So we got some much needed damage here. And we still honestly have a chance at boss rush if the map generation is kind, and also if the, I guess I could have just taken the penny there. Also, if the card reading is kind. Oh. Might as well. Hopefully it's not the red champion Mega Maw. It's not, but it's the black champion Mega Maw, which is almost as bad. Because of that kind of thing. He literally has unlimited range that he can spit these stupid spiders in. And they just kind of float in the air, and they can still hit you even though they're nowhere near the ground. Gotta take Squeezy here. Not gonna lie, D-Bizzle, you kind of screwed me up there. I had my rhythm, and then you just threw it all off. Ooh, man. Why are we seeing spikes? Okay, we got that. I think it was showing up because it was coming up to Sanguine Bond, maybe? And that was a spike one, but that's... I don't know if that's intended or not. That seems kind of dumb. Okay, let's stop getting our butt kicked by this single turret. How about that? I mean, we got hit 3 times there. We can't be doing that right now. Or ever. Our range is also, once again, very bad. Well, there's our answer to our prayers there with Mama Mega. Birthright would also be equally as good. Birthright would give us 3 item pedestals to rotate from. But the thing is that Mama Mega gives us guaranteed boss rush, and that's at least 4 items to, or at least 8 items to roll through. But I think Mama Mega is the winner here. Oh yeah, it's a golden Mama Mega too, because we have a golden mom. We go. So we no longer have to worry about making boss rush. We're going to make boss rush because it's going to be forced here. Golden Mama Mega. Ease Mascara or the Mind would be fine. Like we're getting the Mind. But yeah, it's, you know, I really do appreciate the candor of the mosh pit when, you know, it shows that people are comfortable bringing up uncomfortable stuff to you sometimes, and it's from a good place, and it's just people know what they want to see, and people know how I am, and I totally get that, like 100% get that. And I do feel very lucky to have a community like that can share their thoughts without fear of any kind of like retribution or anything lame like that. Because it makes the channel stronger, and also it paints clearer pictures for me as far as what direction the mosh pit's feeling. Ooh. Well, I mean, now we got to take the judgment. Just doing a full clear here, just to clean up any scraps that we might have. D-Bizzle. Thank you. Yeah, you don't have to worry about Isaac. No matter what games we're playing in the second and third series slot, Isaac will always be the game of the mosh pit. Always. Well, there's 4 here. Infested. There, I took the quad pill just for you all. Free item room. I would still come back to this room anyway, so we might as well just ignore it. Oh, some people say some other comments, and these are the kind of comments that kind of take me out of being in the comment section. Is when people say, you know, oh, he's lost his passion for Isaac, or he just doesn't care anymore, and that could not be further from the truth. Do you really think that I'd be playing this game for as long as I have, as consistently as I have, if I didn't feel like playing it? Like, to me, that is a crazy thought, and I don't know where people get that. Some people have drawn the conclusion that, well, if he's not doing victory laps all the time, then obviously he's lost care. He's obviously lost his care about the game and just wants to get the video done with. And to that I say that's, again, not true at all. There are some times when I think a victory lap's okay, but there's other times when, quite frankly, I just don't want to do a victory lap. I think that we see a run from start to conclusion, and it doesn't really need to be elaborated on anymore. You know, there's other times where I'm tired, if my voice is not feeling too great, or if I have something going on. I mean, there's lots of reasons why we wouldn't do a victory lap, and none of them even come close to the idea that I'm somehow losing my passion for videos and Isaac in general. I mean, it's an insane thought to me. You know, I wouldn't if I don't. I'm the type of person that if I don't want to do something, I just don't do it. Right? You know, so if in all my time being here, if I just said, you know what, I really don't care about Isaac anymore, I'm just doing it just to do it, do you think I'd still do it? No. I've got other things to do. I would much rather do something that I enjoyed and play other games that I really, really like, you know, that sort of thing. Not force myself to do these videos just because of whatever reason. So that one I've never really understood, and with this day and age, you don't know if it's just rage bait or whatever. I mean, you got people who comment on videos expecting them to somehow their engagement matters. You know, flexing, oh, I got 20,000 upvotes on the latest Mr. Beast video or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's to me, it's you just never know where people are these days, in comment sections and stuff. There's a lot of assumptions that go on in our world about somebody who's a public figure, and I just kind of let people just say whatever. But when it comes to the games, though, and Isaac in particular, you know, if I didn't want to play the game, I wouldn't be playing it. Just bottom line. I mean, I start every stream with an Isaac run. Every time. Like, the only streams I don't start with an Isaac run are ones that are not scheduled. I don't even know what we go here. I was thinking about Empty Vessel. Because at least this will give us flying, and also kind of refunds the HP cost. Anyway, now that we've spent the majority of this run talking about that, can put that to rest for now. This is spun right here. Wait. Oh, that's right. I missed synth oil. That's right. Coupon. Coupon gives us a free devil deal. Or guaranteed devil deals here, so problem is that I can't afford it, so I don't know what I was waiting for in there. I watched the first episode of Welcome to Derry on HBO Max, and while I was watching it, I was thinking, man, they really did an awesome job at building tension. And I'm not going to talk about it because obviously it's a brand new show, so I won't mention anything. But the showrunners do an amazing job in episode 1 anyway of building tension. You kind of feel uneasy throughout the entire first episode, and it does capture that sort of I don't know. You can never really feel comfortable in an It movie, whether it's the Tim Curry one or obviously the Skarsgård ones, and they do a really, really fantastic job with that. So if you enjoy that type of, I thought this was our Fool card. If you enjoy that type of I'd say honestly, this is what I was worried about with Welcome to Derry. I was worried that it was going to be watered down and just be a Stranger Things, mostly kid humor, but those edgy kids that were just saying swear words and stuff like that, and not really about the actual character of Pennywise. I was worried about that. I was worried about it being a little bit too tongue-in-cheek, too smart alecky, and just not being, I don't want to say serious enough, but kind of straying away from the plot very quickly. And I'm happy to say that they definitely keep a lot of the elements from the mainline movies, and they do not pull any punches when it comes to gore, when it comes to disturbing stuff. It's after I understand that the pilot episode, obviously, of any new series, especially no matter what franchise, it has to set the tone, right? And this one definitely does. You realize very quickly from the get-go that this is not going to be a this ain't your papa's little mini series here. Oh my gosh. Yes, we didn't screw it up. So some of the kid acting is a little bit it could be a little bit better. Some of the kid actors do an amazing job, and then others one character in particular kind of struggles with a couple lines in a noticeable way, but I mean that's, I'm not going to say that they're a bad actor or anything. But it was just noticeable. So little stuff like that kind of takes me out of it sometimes. Man, we could have gotten Guppy twice over now. He's head. We are one away from Guppy. There we go. This is where. Excuse me? Game, we could not have walked more over that portal if you put it right underneath us. I was just going to say this is where champions are made here, and then that happened, so anyway. The other thing that sort of took me out of the moment for a couple scenes is this overuse of CG and that really airbrushed, whimsical whimsical feeling of a green screen. There's many scenes, especially the scenic ones, that you'd be forgiven for thinking that you're watching a Star Wars film because of the heavy use of feathering and green screen stuff, which is not necessarily a deal breaker, of course, but it definitely is. It's just kind of a bummer in a way, because unless girlfriend Victa said that it's probably a stylistic choice. They want it to feel like a storybook stuff, and I can kind of see that, but the only reason why, okay, you gonna let me go in here, game? Thank you. The only reason why I don't think that's the case is just because we see it so often. You see it in Mandalorian. I mean, pretty much any Star Wars movie, any epic big budget movie from the last 10 years or so. The only movie to really do scenic green, oh my gosh, to do that sort of scenic green screen effect and have it look good was Avatar, I would say. I don't know if Brimstone's better here, man. I'd rather just have Eye of Belial. I do want Brimstone too. Did this give us Leviathan? Did. Well, now I don't know why I took Eye of Belial, but we did. I thought about it, and then I was kind of like, well, I'll tell you what the determining factor of that was the fact that we have Spoonbender. Really hoping that Super Crew's going to drop something so we could use the Judgment card in here, and I may still end up honestly saving this this restock machine for a possible item drop in the secret room. A decent amount of money here. Money equals power would have been a nice pickup. Ooh, that might be good. Filigree feather with glitch crown is very interesting. I think we blew away that bomb. Empty vessel kicking in, baby. So it was a rough start, followed by a really solid follow-through here. And again, I mean, November at this point, it's pretty much confirmed it is the one-on, one-off month here with the power of these runs. No, I want to stick with the Filigree Feather. And look at this, we get a red portal here, so just looking for Guppy. And we did not get it. I'd love to go Parasitoid, but we just can't with this HP here. Eden's Blessing would be a nice tiers upgrade too, but I think we're already capped. Yeah, we just can't do it. Unless we use the Judgment card in here and we can try to roll for 9 lives, but there's no guarantee that we would find a Devil Deal here. We would have to have the reroll hit Maw of the Void, Sack Dagger, Shade, and Demon Baby. I'm just gonna pass on that. We don't need Guppy here. It would have been nice if we took Damocles if we had 9 lives. I would have absolutely taken that, but sometimes you can't always get what you want. I don't know where this giant knockback is coming from, but is he doing a great job making Lamb take out his own body? Busy with the big time plays. She's a big time player. We all know that. Second seed, Foxtrot Golf Delta Juliet Lima Bravo Echo Mike. So these are going to be bugged, obviously. You can actually fix these now by going to the, well, I mean, you've always been able to do this, but the portals will not disappear now. So you just go to the menu and then it activates them again. Previously, they would just stay there. If you try to go to the menu and do that trick, they would disappear. Thankfully, that's not the case anymore. This is spun. There we go. Once again, we have a lot of money here. Stabilize our HP a little bit. D-Bizzle's been making some nice plays in this run. There we go. That's what I want to see, baby. All right, D-Bizzle. You have a chance to get us back to full health here. Magic Mush has made us so big, it's hard to see D-Bizzle. Okay. One soul heart, huh? Diplopia's... I mean, actually, Diplopia gives us Guppy. Right now. Because we can just... all we have to do is just duplicate the Guppy's head, and that's it. Look at this. We have Mom Mega again. Would you look at that? Mama Mega. I was going to go for the 4.5 volt, but... and we can go... What I'm really looking for is Chaos. I'm totally honest. Team sales great. Pockets. Well, we still gotta get Guppy's head here. There we go. Now we're Guppy. Now we can use Mama Mega on the next floor. Here we can get PH Dizzle. Here we can get Mom's Kizzle. Good. That's good. That's good. Now we can also re-roll with Judgment here. But we need a little bit more money. Let's go see what's in the secret room first before we consider that. We need money to re-roll. Five Poops, very nice. Service Cement's okay. Or the prayer card. There's no... Fortunately, no item pedestal in here. But if we get Chaos, though, then that makes things a lot more interesting. The Glitch Crown. We don't need to go in the curse room. We've already got Guppy. I think I am going to rip it in here, and let's just see what happens with this. Not re-rolling the pedestals. It's kind of yeah, it's a funny game. Kind of BS game, because if this was any other room, these pedestals would have found themselves getting rolled. So one would assume that if you used a reverse judgment card in a shop, that it would simply just, well, it would simply just roll those items. But apparently not. And to me, that kind of feels like a more of a bug than a feature, because that doesn't make any sense. 2 cents from Chaos. And there we go. So now all we gotta do is actually get Chaos and not fumble the bag here. They're gonna stick with the Filigree Feather, though. So the game knows that we're looking to try to find a sack room so we can actually use filigree feather, but it's not going to give it to us, is it? Yes, Gimpy. See if we can catch back up the money department here. Backstabber's great if we can get it, or the D sizzle is actually better. D sizzle. Might as well use Mama Mega right now. I love Mama Mega, you know? Get the wild card. Interesting.
Ancient recall.
Very interesting. The wild card is going to be queued up with Mama Mega currently, unless we use a pill, a card, or our active item again. And it will copy the last thing that you did. So theoretically, we have another Mama Mega on deck right now. But I think there might be a better application for our wild card. Catch my meaning. Catch my drift. Wait a second. Where's our... Did we swallow the filigree feather? Yes, we did. Okay. I saw it was being hidden by the wall there. Alright, so this takes us to the shop. Ooh, keeper sack. There you go. Buy a couple things here. Just trying to get more damage. Nothing crazy. Pickaxe. Pickaxe Brimstone's pretty good. Oh, there's missing no. Alright, well, here we go. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Now what do we do? Okay, we want to get both of the angel statues here. Because of the filigree feather. Sulfuric acid just for the damage. Okay, well that's not great. We're already capped on tiers. There's no reason for us to have tiers. I guess Divine Intervention. The relic. Yeah, we got money. I wouldn't have cared either way if we gotten soul hearts or money. Can buy soul heart in here. Got 0.43 damage upgrades. Real nice. little bit of a bummer there on the payouts from Filigree Feather. Definitely was not worth the HP that we gave up. Yeah, PH Dizzle. You go back and take that. Look up. Now we don't have to worry about the wild card anytime soon, because if we want to duplicate the R key, then we just simply use the R key whenever we're ready, and then we can use the wild card after. We just have to be the hard part's going to be making sure we don't hit anything else after R keying. Yeah, it's not great. Ooh. All right. Now we're cooking. Overlap that we get from almond milk. Oh my gosh. Sacred ore, baby. Oh my gosh. Godhead, even though it doesn't affect, it does not affect Tech X, obviously. It's still damage, and if we end up re-rolling at some point, we're gonna need it. We go item room here. We're gonna take Blood of the Martyr. This is a nice damage up, even though it said 0.25. Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Okay, this is quickly getting out. Oh my gosh, dude! This is getting out of control in a hurry. What is happening in this run? I actually am not looking to get Kidney Stone here. I'm trying to get Pisces. Because what we can't get is get Ipecac. Ipecac ruins everything. Holy smokes! If we get 2020 now, whew. But this is all the product of Glitch Crown. We already have Black Candle, so we're just buying stuff. We're just buying stuff right now just to buy stuff. We could have a chance. We could have a chance at a ultra secret room. Again, it's usually to the caddy corner of a special room. It's wanting me to believe that it's between the boss trap room and the curse room. It very well could be there, but it doesn't fit the usual profile. Feels more like it's over here. That'd be right. Double brimstone. Holy smokes, this is gonna be something right here, team. There's the tears up in here? What? Not that it matters, but yeah. We are painting the town purple here. Here, looking at easily the strongest November run so far. Easily. And it really came out of nowhere, too. Give me Cat of Nine Tails. Damage and shot speed's fine. Oh, there's Damocles again, but there's Juice's Shadow here. But Incubus is just going to add more damage to our already insane-o damage. and double all of our shots and stuff. Now, in order for us to get an Omega run, we need to go beat Boss Rush. We need to beat Boss Rush on this lap. Also beat Hush. We've already beaten... Oh, you know what? We don't have the... we don't have Mega Stand. I think we need that. Yeah, and honestly, I just realized that it's going to be impossible to get into the Mega Stand door without Dad's key. So we need to get Chaos. Because the problem is that because we've swallowed the filigree feather, we are no longer able to get the golden key to get into the Mega Stand door. So the only other way we can do this now is to get Chaos and hope that we see Dad's key. That's the only way into the Mega Stand door at this point. I don't think we want anything here. And chocolate milk would have been fine, but that would just add more shot time. Man, oh man, what a choice here. We get BFF for Sissy. Or get Brittle Bones, which would increase our tears rate by a whole lot, or Sad Bombs. We gotta make Boss Rush here though. I mean, we're going to. We just can't lollygag too much here. No, we can't use Terra to get through the Mega Stand door. Oh my Gertie. Take a chance to use Mascara and we're gonna get it. Good lord, dude. That is now before you look at our damage and think, oh well, that's not a big deal. Remember we have almond milk. Oh my gosh. Magic Rush does not stack on itself, but it does give us another HP upgrade and also one more towards the fungi transformation. I think our Omega run is going to ultimately be ruined though by the lack of Dad's key or a lack of any way to get into the Mega Stand door. So that was the only way that the game could have actually punished us for going for such a play, was thereby making it impossible for us to get our Omega run. Oh my, what is happening? Oh, I mean, I got to remember that we did take Sacred Orb, so, but good lord, man, 18 damage with almond milk. Absolute insanity. There is not a boss alive in this run that's going to be able to stand up to this. We get double wild card. A wild card doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, this is, oh Jesus, it's like every single damage multiplier, and we remember we've also got Black Judas on deck as well. It's like every single damage multiplier has decided, you know what, let's just throw the house at him, see what happens. I mean, this is nuts. Oh man, Hamolacria with this build is going to be even stupider. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Mushroom breaks the tears cap. Yeah, we are firmly in new territory here. Even if we don't get the Omega run, we are. This is something right here. Abba Dabba Ding Dong. And Tech Point 5. Meh. I mean, Pyromaniac Brother's good. Oh, let's try that again, Isaac. We got a bit of damage. Pretty good. I don't know what that sound was, but we cannot take Jacob's Ladder. Jacob's Ladder would legitimately crash the game beyond repair. If you want to know the craziest thing here is that even if I somehow managed to do 4 victory laps and it started removing items away from me, we still wouldn't be able to get rid of the Filigree Feather. That's the crazy thing. So we absolutely, unless if we get Chaos or see Dad's Key again, we absolutely have no chance of fighting Megastan no matter what. Oh man, Wafer. C-section? I don't know if C-section is gonna do anything. Pretty sure it won't. Deadeye is also not gonna do anything. Yeah, I think we just leave it. Well, I mean, I guess I could take Mom's Perfume. That does break the Tears cap. And by just a little bit. But Old Hushy is he's not gonna be too happy here. Old Hushy. Worm Buddy. Okay. Oh my god. So that cancels out the effect of Quad Shot. And there's Dad's Key, but we can't... We don't have School Bag, though, is the thing. It showed up a floor too early. Oh, we don't have School Bag. And there's no way that we could keep the R key. The only way that we could do this, and I mean the absolute only way, is we have to use R key now and hope that it shows up again. But we would have to do that anyway. And then we could store it in the wild card, but yeah, that's a dead Old Hushy. I love this color scheme we've got going on. The pink and the purple and the dark red. Pretty metal. What? Well, I guess there was another play now that I think about it. Dude, we've been getting so lucky on... I haven't talked enough about how lucky we've been getting on these red portals. I guess what we could have done and probably should have done was use Dad's key, bank it with the wild card, but then we're hoping that we get another R key. That was pretty much the only other thing that we should have done. We'll see. It's going to be a wonky end to a extremely powerful run. Yeah. So now all we can do is we can bank the R key in wild card. No, we can't even do that because if we get Dad's key, and use it to get into the Mega Stand door, then we lose our R key. Yeah, it's the only way that we could have done it was using Dad's key and then banking that in wild card, and I foolishly didn't think about that. Divorce papers here. There's absolutely nothing in the game that's going to be able to stand up to us here. Spin Dizzle. Interesting. Now Spin Down is another option for us. With Glitch Crown, I mean, that can turn into anything. It can turn anything into anything, so... I don't know if we take Spin Down here or not. We're getting breakfasted right now. None of those turn into Dad's key. Oh, I went this way. School bag would also work. Trying to think of any other way that we could do this here. Hey, good luck, Delirium. By good luck, I mean die. So down goes Delirium in an extremely powerful run. I mean, it's been a long time since we've seen a run this strong. But now the question becomes, how do we get another R key after we use this one? And then how do we get into the Mega Stand door? Not Mega Stand. Yeah, Mega Stand. See, we're getting breakfasted now. So we're just not gonna be able to find anything. Let's go grab our R key and then hit the road. And we'll just have to see what happens in Alt Path. Still the same seed as always. Oh, it's just going to be breakfast. Yeah, R key does not undo the... it doesn't reset the loot table. Yeah. Yeah, sadly, I think we're think we're jolly well foobar here. And it's because of the original play making it, which excited me at first, but obviously an Omega run was not even in the picture at the time. So it's not really something that I could have planned for, but yeah, the only misstep that I made here was not using Dad's key. Yeah. Yeah, I should have used Dad's key. We still have the R key in we have the R key banked in the wild card. What we would have to do is do a victory lap, reset the loot table, and then R key again. But then we're taking 2 steps backwards, because then we essentially would have to we would essentially have to get another R key and also find Dad's key. So we'd be kind of right back at square one at that point. So I don't think it's going to happen unless some kind of miracle happens here. Now Genesis, I will say this: Genesis is a possibility. This is absolutely gonna crash the game. We already passed up Genesis once. I don't know if we'll ever see it again. Possible, maybe, or it might be impossible. I'm not sure. Red Kizzle. Now, unfortunately, the golden teleporter, teleporter 2.0, cannot get you into the. Wait, I missed the first knife piece. Cannot get you into the Mega Stand door. Yeah, it's kind of scuffed. It's kind of scuffed, and we just used the red key anyway, so we've lost our R key. So we're just gonna have to be happy with just a new strongest run. Oh my god, yeah, it wouldn't be that. Wouldn't be a strongest run without missing Sacred Heart. Okay. Yep. But absolutely a new strongest run of the year by far. I mean, this run absolutely blew the socks off of the latest one that we had by a country mile, maybe more than a country mile. And we're gonna end on Old Beastie because why not? You know, why not? Yeah, we'll take, okay. That one Jupiter. I wanted Uranus, but whatever.
I spent it. It's gone. Just get over it.
You mean it's gone? How can you have spent our savings?
This is gonna be this might be a world record beastie kill here. Isaac is so huge that we can't even see the ground beneath him at this point.
He's self-destructive and disturbed, just like his father. Look at who he has to look up to. You're drunk again, aren't you?
Shut up! Shut up! Just keep.
What a colorful episode, though.
Good. Leave.
Many ways it was a colorful episode. So hope you all enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun, and you know, like I said, try to take some of the stuff I said not too much to heart, but just understand that I know where people are coming from. But I just like playing the way that it is, man. I really do. It's the best way to get content out reliably, and something I look forward to every single day, is doing these Eden runs and just not breaking the flow of things. And I know how important it is. I know that there's a very silent majority of the mosh pit who do not really either not care, but they're not too bothered by numbers and streaks and all that kind of stuff. They just want to see a good run or a bad run. Some of them like to watch me get tortured. So I get a bunch of sadists out there. But this is going to be a very quick old beastie kill, and don't blink because you might miss it. We'll see where our damage is for the dogma fight first. Dogma fight's going to be a slaughter. Yeah, he's already dead. Yeah. Yeah, this is all kinds of GG here. We don't even have to hit with the majority of our tiers as long as we're in proptosis range. We're gonna kill everything before they even get on the screen. Yep. Yep. And let's see how old Beastie does. Spoiler alert, she's not going to do too well. And she's already dead. Absolutely bodied. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that one. Hey, one on, one off, we'll take it. And, man, easily in the contender for the run of the year, I would say, right there, other than it not being an Omega run. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button, leave a comment down below. Remember, the like streak goal has been lowered to 2,000 likes now, which we've been hitting pretty consistently. So I know we can do it, especially on a video like that here in the midweek. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to pages of mine like Colbin Liker, Dina, Captain Razortail, and Eric Clermont. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of my episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.